As a homeschool mom, one of the toughest things a struggle, a challenge, is that my kids don't want to do their work. There's a lot of resistance sometimes. And when I am met with that resistance, what ends up happening is that I start being reactive, especially when it's something that's like constant. It's not just one time, it's not just two times. It's like throughout the week, I receive that resistance from my kids, like, oh, I don't want to learn today, or do we have to, or I don't want to. It's the boring stuff that they need to learn that they don't want to do. So then I am met with a resistance. And then what ends up happening is that I start reacting and I become very reactive. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. It is so important that we recognize when we are not thinking about how we're going to respond, but rather we're just reacting. And we're just reacting and, okay, stop, or don't do that, or you have to do this, whether it's with your kids or with anything else, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and read something to you. Today is day 4 of my 21-day brain detox journey. And I want to share with you what I'm about to read, because it's extremely powerful and it can help you understand a few things. Let me go ahead and share it with you. It says, the events and circumstances from the outside world enter into our minds and brains through electromagnetic and the quantum worlds. Remember, we cannot control the events and circumstances out of our lives, but we can control our reactions, okay? This is my struggle. Don't be reactive. When I read this, and I like to reread this because it's a good reminder, right? Take time to slow down and think. Our 5 senses activate an emotional response almost immediately. So when I get that resistance from my kids, it's like, boom, I'm emotional, my emotions are heightened, and guess what? I want to just react, right? But if we don't take the time to process like that, the emotions, the unprocessed emotion will dominate, okay? This is why all the keys I am describing in part 1 of this book are so important. They help you deal with this pull, right? Okay, listen to this part. Satan tries to take advantage of the pull of the 5 senses through the symbolic level, and he would love it if you were to respond impulsively. So when you go against that impulse or you being reactive, you're actually not doing what the enemy wants you to do. Now let me go ahead and continue. But you are made in God's image with the mind of Christ. You're made with the mind of Christ, okay? And Jesus told his disciples that all power has been given to him. If all power was given to Jesus, okay, how much power does Satan have? None, okay? When you truly let that sink in, you will realize that you control your reactions, your thinking, and your choices. So we are in control. We are in control of how we actually respond. We cannot continue to be reactive and impulsive because that's what the enemy wants, right? Let me go ahead and read a little bit of this because I believe that you need this. What lies are you believing? Okay. It's through the senses that we receive Satan's lies. But, and this is important, we don't have to believe those lies. If we do believe them, we process them into physical realities, okay? Through the conscious cognitive to the non-conscious metacognitive that form the substance of the nerve networks upon which we act. Guys, this is powerful. Switch on your brain. This is a powerful book, and it's a book that you have to reread and read over and read over. That's why I have all these like little tabs and notes, and it's so important to continuously remind ourselves that we have the mind of Christ, that we do have control over our reactions and our choices and the things that we do. There's power inside of us because All power was given to Jesus Christ. And who do we follow? Jesus Christ. Now it says, this means, okay, that if we listen to and believe the enemy's lies, we actually choose to process them into physical realities inside our brains. In doing so, we create the evil and act upon it. Let me read that again. We create the evil and act upon it. We are acting upon the evil. But we do not have to believe Satan's lies, okay? We as humans create evil when we collapse these probabilities into actualities. So evil does not come from God. Obviously, yet people often say that if God created everything, then he created evil as well. God has given us the power to create. This creative force can become good or evil through our choices. So let me ask you today, what are you choosing to say? How are you choosing to respond to your kids, to your spouse, to the circumstances that you're going through? What do you want to change? I know for a fact, like I was journaling last night and I was journaling today because it's day 4 of this brain detox journey. And I was like, God, I don't want to be the same. I want to be a soft-spoken, mom. Sometimes I feel like I'm too harsh and I'm like, guys, you have to. And I raise my voice and I hate being that kind of person. And it's like, no, I don't want to have to raise my voice. I want to remain calm. That is how I would love to respond every single time. Then again, we're not perfect. You're not perfect, but we can change and we can grow and we can be better every single day. So with that being said, I hope this was helpful. I hope that if you are following me on this 21-day brain detox journey, go ahead and share your comments down below. I would love to hear from you. I hope this was helpful. Subscribe to the channel and God bless.